We're back at our moss rock job up in Estes Park with an update. A lot has happened since our last video.
It's been pretty mild this winter, so it's allowed us to get a lot done. You can see we're fully dried in, so we got a lot of fun stuff to show you.
So let's check it out.
So just a quick highlight of some of the cool details we did at the base of the house. So we made the connection from the foundation up onto the sheathing. That's all hidden behind here. And then just to make that all look really clean, we installed this flashing, and then the WRB just laps over the top of it. Really clean detail at the base of the house, and then everything is properly lapped for water management.
We wrap the Adhero into the jamb of the windows and then use the double-sided Solido IQ to flash the window into the WRB. And then as always, we use extra seal on the bucks slope to the outside for positive drainage. So this house has a double stud wall design, but in order to install that second wall, we had to have the concrete slab poured, but we couldn't pour the slab until we were dried in to get the heat up here that we needed for the concrete to cure. So we ended up floating these window bucks with a wrapped 2x4 so that we could install the windows and then connect the second wall in after the slab was poured. So a little creativity that we needed to pull off to execute this.
So underneath this slab, we have 2 layers of 4-inch foam. We install that with staggered seams just to help with reducing the isotherms that are coming up through the cold ground. After we install the foam, we then install the stego. So you can kind of see remnants of the stego here. We use the 15 mil, so a little bit thicker, a little bit more durable while that concrete's getting poured. So the stego kind of comes up above that slab. We make a positive connection with the concrete, and that allows us to both keep radon out of the home and keep that airtight envelope underneath the slab. Once the concrete is poured, we also have underneath here, you can kind of see it's a little bit soft, we have a 2-inch thermal break of insulation, and that allows to keep this slab decoupled from the cold outside air. One of the other cool things that we have started doing with our stego is we have all these vertical penetrations through the stego for all the different plumbing components in this house. And instead of just installing tape, which is not that easy to do with a round object, we actually put gaskets on each of these pipes. That allows us to do taping on a flat surface and allows us just much easier, much faster, much better connection of that air barrier to the pipes.
So as you can see, there's a lower roof that sticks proud of the upper wall. We call that a reverse overhang, and it's actually in our design guide because the air sealing around this condition gets really tricky. We have a continuous LVL member that we actually tie our air barrier into that transitions from the first floor to the second floor. So this is the LVL I was mentioning, which allows us to transition the Intello from this wall. And we pre-taped ahead of the columns being installed, and then we'll actually tape our Intello to the bottom of that, and then the LVL carries that air barrier up to the second story. Before we install the dense pack cellulose, we'll do our blower door test and QC all of our taping, make sure we're airtight, and then we'll actually build a service cavity staggered from the studs of the second wall, and then we'll be able to infill with dense pack cellulose, and that service cavity will actually help us from any of this blowing out from the dense packing.
As Michael mentioned, we have a double stud wall. So behind this Intello, we have 2 walls with a break between them that allows for that continuous insulation. We're big fans of interior air barrier. We use Intello X from Proclima, and it's just a little bit more durable. It's more UV resistant and allows us to keep this home super airtight and provide the ultimate indoor air comfort for the owners once they move in to this amazing property up in the mountains.